A very present good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of the management, principal, Department of Science and Computer Application, I take immense pleasure in welcoming you all for this wonderful session. Before moving on to the session, I would like to give a glimpse about our college. Avicii College of Arts and Science is a co-educational institution affiliated to the University of Madras, managed by the AVM Rajeshwari Educational Trust. Our college offers various undergraduate programs like BCom General, BCom Accounting and Finance, BCom Bank Management, Corporate Secretaryship, BBA, BSc Visual Communication, BSc Computer Science, BCA. Our motto is making from nobody to somebody. Being the pioneers in the field of education, Avicii provides the best for its students. In Avicii College, one can experience multicultural campus, excellent infrastructure and facilities, congenial learning atmosphere, UGC qualified faculty with industry experience, active sports, NSS, RRC, and other extracurricular clubs. The novel program of Avicii College is the Avicii Mentorship Program, wherein the students get an opportunity to get trained by the stalwarts of the industry. Special training programs to enhance the spoken English skills of our students. State-of-the-art studios and laboratories, well-furnished gallery-type classrooms, highly equipped library, regular field visit and industrial visits, and we are located very near to the Vadapalani bus terminus. You can stay connected with us through Facebook, facebook.com/Avicii College, or log on to our website www.aviciicollege.edu.in. Learn from the pioneers, come and experience the legacy of being an Aviciian.
Good morning, one and all. It's a very pleasant morning here. We have Mr. Ramalingam Ramanathan, sir, Group Project Manager, Infosys Digital. He has done his computer science engineering at IRTT, and he has started his career with web development, Millennium Technologies, worked in various organizations like Novagate Software, R Systems, and currently he is in Infosys for the past 10 years. And he has a lot of certifications to his credit. He has done Adobe, he's an Adobe certified expert, and he's a certified Scrum Master. I know in this very highly demanding IT sector, what it takes to do all these certifications, and we are really happy to have you here, sir. And I would now hand over the session to our principal, formally welcome the guest, and then we proceed on. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of the management, members of staff, and the students, I take it my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to Sri Ramalingam Ramanathan, Group Project Manager, Infosys. Sir, I think today or even the tomorrow world is purely of digital, is going to be. The way in which things are transforming, yes, there is no doubt it is that digital marketing is going to rule the entire world tomorrow. So on this topic, I think it's a high time that we are fortunate to have Sri Ramalingam sir to highlight about the features and scope importance of digital marketing, how our life is just correlated with the digital marketing today and tomorrow. I think our students will get immense use of listening to his contributions, and they'll put into practice in the future. So with these viewers, once again, I extend a warm welcome to Sri Ramalingam Ramanathan sir for his presentation. Now over to Mr. Ramalingam Ramanathan for his session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Major sir, and thank you very much, Anjana madam, for this very brief and beautiful introduction. Really glad that my summary of profile has been presented to the people, and it was very nice thing to recollect where I studied, what all organizations I've been part of. Thank you so much again, sir, for this opportunity. I'm glad that I'm getting an opportunity to share the experience and also what we are actually going through in the industry, what the industry is demanding, what kind of opportunities the current situation is providing for our students, where they need to give their attention, what they can take up as an opportunity, the current situation to find a better career. Let me share the screen and then probably we will go through the slides. So today we are going to discuss about digital marketing. I think all of us on a day-to-day life, we are definitely encountering the digital marketing aspects. We are fully surrounded by the marketing because every organization need to reach out to the audiences for selling their products. So considering the current digital world, the digital marketing plays a very important role. For organizations, they are spending like their investment, if they are spending like say 100 rupees, 50 rupees is going into their marketing spend. With 50 rupees in the marketing, almost like the 100% of the marketing spend is going to go digital. So which means this digital marketing is providing a lot of job opportunities across the globe where you can find yourself into some very passionate, interesting work areas that will give you a very good job opportunity, also aligned with industry, making some impact. Very quickly, I'll walk you through the agenda I'm planning to cover. So I just want to introduce what is the situation we are in, what opportunity it is going to, how do we tackle the situation to our benefits. And then I'm going to present certain simplified aspects of digital for you to understand. Then I will present certain traditional marketing, what we were doing earlier, how the marketing is kind of moving towards digital, more personalized. What are the different techniques and methods that organizations are using for better marketing and improving their sales. And I will also present what is the millennial mindset, how the mindset of the people, the young generation is kind of changing and how we need to adopt to be able to address their aspirations and also touch their emotions so we are able to better connect with people from a marketing aspect. Okay, so I'm going to present some stories and examples also as we go along. So if you look at the current situation, we all know that we are completely digital. We are not able to really have social connect. There is not much physical connect, emotional connect. We are completely remotely interacting with each other. Even before this situation, if you all know, all of us are glued to our mobile phones. It is called always on. So 24 hours, we are having the data connection. We are getting the messages 24 hours passed on. Even you are getting your calls very late. Your applications that you have installed gets the messages to your pushed into your applications. You are getting the SMS. You are getting your Facebook notification, Twitter notifications. You are completely glued to the mobile 24 hours. So which means the organization, the corporate world was expecting to go digital. They wanted to scale digital in a more fast-paced manner. And there were a lot of initiatives that were done by the organizations. But given the current situation, if you look at, we all are talking remotely. We are using Teams, Zoom to talk to each other. In this era, I think the digital is only solution which can improve our lifestyle, improve the human experience in terms of how we interact. So while the challenge is understandable, it is also providing opportunities. We need to look at the current problem as a potential opportunity. So the speed is the need because the situation is demanding full digital initiatives. Organizations cannot be slowing down their effort. They need to really speed up in an agile manner. Instead of years, they are now asking us for weeks. So earlier when the customer used to come to us to build a commerce portal, they will give the requirements, they will give a plan of 6 months. They may want us to really deploy a particular commerce portal in 6 months to 8 months. And even add more features to have a full-fledged portal over a year. But now they are coming to us and asking, can you deploy a solution in 6 weeks time so I can sell my products online? There are a lot of those realtors, the real estate agents. There are like a small scale the product vendors on food industry. They are coming to us and asking, can you set up a commerce portal in 6 weeks time? So these are opportunities for the people who understand the product, who understand how to set up those commerce portals, quickly grab the opportunity and also leverage this situation for our benefit. So I think we need to respond positively to the situation rather than thinking it is a difficult situation. We need to look at the greener side of the situation. Okay, so we'll move on. Any questions, please do stop me. I'm okay to answer any question that is coming in. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to present how do we consider digital? What are the different things that are considered digital? First of all, what is digital? So anything that we do on the binary, based on computer is digital. For example, earlier you used to fill up a form, you will get the signature for your bank loan application. It will go through multiple different workflow within the desks of the employees. It's all physical completely. Right now, from the convenience of your home, your mobile, you are just filling your some basic data and then you are submitting. It digitally flows from one desktop to another desktop or mobile or tablet to completely award the loan, and the amount is also transferred digitally to your account. So there is no physical paper involvement, is digital. So where all we are using digital extensively? The first one is digital commerce. That is the fundamental thing. So anything we are doing is ultimately for sales. We need to generate revenue. I need money for my living, and that is the fundamental aspect of your the digital commerce. So digital commerce is potentially the way that you are buying some products on Flipkart or on commerce portal, or you do your purchase in Amazon or any specific app that is already available. There could be multiple ways of ordering the products, which is completely the commerce transaction happens within the applications or the computer is digital commerce. So when I want to set up a digital commerce, what do I need? I need to have an experience. What is experience? So for example, you are calling your support center. The support center, when you are calling support center, it asks you for multiple different options. Press 1 for the language. Press 2 for talking to, if it is about credit card. Press 3 for if it is about a different product. It takes you through 5 minutes before even you are reaching out to a support executive. Do you like the experience? You don't. So you really feel like throwing the phone away. After 5-6 minutes also, when you reach, it says that you are queued, you may have to wait for 15 minutes. Is it a good experience? It is not. Even when you are trying to go to a branch office for some bank transaction, you are asked to stand in a queue. I remember in those days, when I used to go for a DD demand draft, I'll have to first fill up a demand draft, the application form. Then it will be handed over to the desk office person. I'll have to wait for 30 minutes before I call for handing over with a check or the DD with a signature. But is that a very enriching experience? But think about an experience where you are just clicking a button. You are able to register your complaint with a single button nowadays. You are clicking a button in your application. It says, what's your problem? Internet not working, for example. If it is a call not working and you are clicking that, and then the request is created, automatically you are getting a response. You are getting a call back in 10 minutes. What is the problem, sir? We are already resolving it. The problem is closed. The ticket is closed. Look at the seamless experience the digital world is bringing. So that is what we are talking about, experience. How do the users able to interact for their activity or the purpose is what we are going to define as experience. This experience plays the key role. Organizations differentiate their service only based on the experience they are able to give to consumers. We'll go in little detail what experience is, how we are building experience, and how you can actually look at some job opportunities in this area. Then I'm coming to the digital marketing, which is the fundamental topic we are going to discuss today. But digital marketing is about reaching out to consumers. If I need to promote my product, I need to tell about the product. I need to make you aware about the product. What is the product? What is the product offering? What is the benefits of using my product? It could be a medicine, it could be electronic gadget, it could be any service, whatever it is. I need to make sure that you are having the information about my product. Unless otherwise I make you aware, you will not be even coming towards looking at the product for purchasing. So we need to make sure that the product brand is promoted for your commerce to be successful. So the marketing is to make sure that everybody understands the product, I gave a better experience so that you are able to do your activity seamlessly with the very easy and less steps. So the commerce becomes successful. So only when the commerce becomes successful, your organization can sustain with the revenue. Okay. So basically, we think these are the three important pillars of digital. Infosys also has three different business domains or different units who are focusing on providing services around marketing, commerce, and experience. Okay. Okay. So I will very briefly cover what is experience. So what is experience, like we discussed? If I go to a particular website, you are trying to do a payment. Let's say that the site is asking you to click a button. Then it says, okay, you navigate to this page. Then you are navigated to another page. And you are asked to open one more site. Then it is asking you to wait for 5 minutes. Then it is redirecting to another site to give OTP. Will you be able to really do this transaction patiently, going through all the steps? Then you may not even do the transaction. So the experience need to be very, very intuitive. I should not ask anyone for help. Nowadays, when you are opening any app, you are able to figure yourself what need to be done. For example, if you want to book a movie ticket, if it has to be guided by somebody to click this button, click that button, will you be able to purchase the movie ticket and enjoy your movie? You will not be. So the experience has to be intuitive. Nobody should explain what need to be done. The application should itself guide you. That is called the intuitive experience. What is the next step? Seamless. Seamless means it should not have break between the entire flow. Within 2 steps, maximum 3 steps, you should achieve what you want to do. Let's take the example of the movie ticket booking. You are seeing the list of movies. You are clicking the movie. You are selecting the show and the theater. You are selecting the seat. In one screen, you are able to do everything, and then click pay button, and your card is already integrated. You just authenticate and done. The ticket is sent to your mobile. It is already available as a QR code in your app. You just go to the movie theater, show the QR code, you are in. You don't need to really spend like 3 hours standing in the queue or doing multiple different transactions. That is the kind of experience we need to offer to consumers, particularly with the millennials who don't have the patience to go through. They have not seen the difficult times of the earlier era where people had to really go through difficulties, spend a lot of time to achieve something. They are already having the digital era. So to their mindset, we need to give everything very simple and very intuitive. So operations and simplify process, we discussed. Collaborate and engage in new ways of leveraging the world of connected devices. What is connected devices? So let's say that you are watching a movie in Prime in your smart TV. So you are watching up to 10 minutes of the web series. Then you would think that you need to go to your office. When you get into your cab, you want to continue watching the movie. When you click that series, it should be available when you open the Prime in your mobile. It should available in the top, that whatever the web series. When you click on that, you might have seen that it just takes few seconds before you left, and then it gives a continuity. So you know that where you left in TV, and you are able to watch this in your mobile, you already reached the office. In office, then still 20 minutes of video is pending. In office, you open your desktop. In desktop also, you should have the same experience. So all the devices are connected. That is called omni-channel experience. Whether you are interacting with your smart TV or with your watch or with your tablet or with your mobile or with your desktop, the consumer should have the same experience. For example, if the product is displayed completely different in desktop or if it is completely different in mobile, you will have confusion. The consumer may not be purchasing only. So we need to have a very omni-channel experience, and you should also ensure that the physical and digital world are kind of combining and converging. What does that mean? Let us take an example. Now you might have heard about the feature called pickup from store. So you are browsing all possible combinations of mobile that you are liking. You are checking the features, you are comparing, you finally decided to buy a mobile phone. You just added the mobile phone to the cart, you have paid it, but it is going to take 3 days for it to be delivered, but you don't have the patience. You want to go pick up the device where available. So you have an option where you are having pick up a store. So when you click pick up store, it shows the nearby stores. You walk into the store. there already the information about the mobile you have chosen, the purchase that you have done, the payment you have done, the accessories you have purchased, everything is packaged. When you just go there, you have a kiosk device. You just touch screen is available. You check your availability. It is confirmed and ready for pickup. Then the store person calls you, hands over the phone and all the accessories. Look at the experience. So you are having a digital experience to select your device. You are able to compare. You are walking into store and device is already ready. So we need to make sure that everything is connected. It is called Internet of Things. You are having complete connectivity from what you are doing, what you are able to do. So that is the connected devices experience. So last point is these are offering new business models. How did we get this Swiggy? How did we get this Zomato? All of these are new product possibilities emerged out of those digital era. See, what is Zomato or Swiggy doing? They are only developing few pages of application and they are only providing a platform for consumers and the restaurant to come together, nothing else. The Airtel is providing the mobile network. They are investing huge billions of money to set up the infrastructure for 4G and then multiple different towers across India and all the fiber net connections to give the infrastructure. They didn't do any bit of any difficulty of that. They were just leveraging what is available. That is the best thing. So the digital gives you such kind of an opportunity. If you just have a small idea, you have the complete platform, the complete setup of infrastructure available, which you can use. You don't even have to worry about how do you do. If in case if the digital was not there, to be able to set up something like Swiggy or Zomato, you would not have imagined. So you also know that organizations which does not adopt to digital are already dying. For example, you already know that Kodak and Kotak, they're actually dependent on the physical film rolls. With the invent of all these digital cameras, the complete company is bankrupt, meaning they are already shutting down. So if you are not able to adapt to the emerging technologies and adjust your operations, it is potential that you will be losing out. Okay, so this is the summary of how digital is leveraged in the current industry. So I will very quickly touch upon what is the marketing spend, right? What is MarTech? Marketing and technology is marketing. To put it in simple words, I do marketing only using technology. I don't really do any spend with respect to putting a big hoarding or putting a print media, all of that. I am just spending through technology for marketing. So if you look at 146 billion, which is a huge money that is spent by organizations, which means we have opportunities to tap into the spend by organizations. It is continuously growing. With the current situation of COVID, the organizations are going to spend more money on digital marketing. That is why it is very important we understand what is the opportunity. How do we align to that? Okay, why digital marketing? So you look at this picture, father and son, already they are glued to a tablet. So your father is the customer, currently he is doing all the purchases, but the son is the potential customer. So both are digitally connected. So which means the current world we are living in is fully digital. That is why whatever you do has to be digital marketing. Okay, why digital marketing? It helps you save money. With one single email platform, you can reach millions of people. Is it possible to reach 1 million people through paper media, print media or television media? It is very expensive and you also don't know who you are targeting. If, for example, you are giving an ad about a napkin, a baby napkin, but that baby napkin is an ad which is not relevant to 90% of the viewers. For example, you are also giving about a job opportunity in the print media. Out of the audience that the paper reaches, only 2% or 1% are the ones who are interested in the job opportunities. But the organization is spending for the subscription of the newspapers. The newspaper industry is charging, my subscription on a daily basis is 30 lakhs. So you'll have to pay me this much money. So with the 30 million subscription, you are able to reach only 1 million people of relevancy and you are spending huge money. So to avoid all of that, I am able to bring a digital technology to to bring relevancy. So I know who are interested. For example, you are subscribing to your Naukri.com. So I know you are interested in job opportunity. If Naukri sends emails only to those subscribers, I know these many people are interested and these only people will receive. Look at the relevancy compared to the print media versus television media versus the traditional marketing. You don't know your audience, who is going to read, how they are going to react. Even when they react, you don't even know what they are reacting. So that is the importance of digital marketing. How do you reduce your spend, but also make it more relevant? Okay. And I'm just going to present how this has evolved. So if you look at in the earlier days of 2010-11, we used to have some basic banners in the websites. And when you click that, you may be taken to one website where you will present 20% off, use this offer. Basic advertisements were there. Now that is kind of evolving towards more personalized, conversational based. Let's take an example. Now you are having an Alexa in your home. So you are telling your Alexa, please order the weekly provision for me. So Alexa knows what is your weekly provisionary spend, what you actually order over a week. And then it kinds of prepares the list through artificial intelligence. It just submits the order to the Big Basket, and Big Basket comes and places the complete provisionary for the week. And you don't even know what you have to order, all completely driven through artificial intelligence. The everyday activity is recorded and the artificial intelligence verifies what you are doing, what you are spending, what is your monthly spend. And then through conversational interface, you are doing not even touch. You are just speaking to Alexa to do what? Then you are already doing Alexa, play this song, Alexa, give me this information. But we are using that for commerce also now. So conversational commerce is the next future. So now you also know that more than the text, more of videos are happening. If you look at Facebook, Facebook is making the entire social media interaction through videos. Videos create better impact than text because the emotions are available. The text is up to the receiver to see how well the author has written, how well the receiver is receiving it. But videos are more straight, it hits you. So the marketing people are using videos as a tool for bringing better impact in terms of marketing. But you are already having different marketing techniques like SMS you are receiving from different vendors. You are getting your push notification on your applications every day morning. Every application pushes the offer. And then you also having web banners. When you are visiting some website, you are seeing some advertisements. I will explain that also. Okay, basically from a basic digital web design or web banner, we are getting into more advanced artificial intelligence driven marketing now. Okay, this used to be the old advertisement. Look at this. So we used to have some movie posters. If you need to know what is the movie running your city, you need to know only through wall posters or hoardings, or through your paper advertisements or paper inserts or big hoardings, or through TV advertisements. In those days when we were watching Doordarshan, we will get like 50, 60 advertisements before really starting the movie. After the movie starts, the movie ends. No advertisements in between. But now they start the movie every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the advertisements are coming. It is so difficult really to watch a movie continuously without a break. It is very, very annoying. Instead of making experience better, it is really only destroying our experience of watching a movie. So this entire print media, that the TV advertisements are going to go. Like I said, TV advertisements are not even knowing who it wants to target. It is just a very open advertisement. So this is all using relevancy. Every advertisement that we are seeing here will go soon away. The TV may not be even used. We are already subscribed to YouTube channels. We are not even watching Sun TV, all of that. We are only watching YouTube channels or the web series. So the mode in which we are going to reach the consumers will completely change. So here, look at this. When you are walking into mall, this is called outdoor marketing. Okay, the outdoor marketing gained a lot of traction after 2000 with the ability to print digital flex banners to attract the eyeballs. A lot of attractive digital banners, hoardings are present. Every inch of the space, the corporates are using to attract your eyeballs. Look at here, you are just standing in your bus stop. There is a big hoarding that is getting changed with the different offers to push the advertisement into your mind. You are walking into your mall, the floors are occupied with your advertisements everywhere. You are traveling, there are big hoardings where you are attracted to buy something. The sales and offers are shown in your metro trail. Everywhere, every inch of the space is sold for advertisements. Here again, the same problem. When you are walking into your bus stop, you are showing advertisements. How many of them are interested in this? We do not know. How many of them are going to respond? You don't know. How many of them think it is relevant for them? How many of them are going to show interest? Nothing we can track in this. Completely disconnected. Even though you are spending huge money in this outdoor marketing, the effectiveness of this return on investment is very less. Okay, this is also going to fade away. You are not going to see this outdoor marketing for long.